Respect is one of the strongest pillars of human relationships. Yet there is a truth many people fail to notice. They unintentionally lose this respect through their own behavior. Stoic philosophy teaches us, you cannot control what others do, but through your own choices, you can influence how they treat you. If you notice that people act indifferent, disrespectful, or even insulting toward you, the reason may lie in certain habits you are unknowingly practicing. In this video, we will reveal 4 dangerous habits that cause people to treat you without respect. I recommend watching until the end because once you understand these points, you will see your relationships in an entirely new light. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these habits have you observed in your own life? Habit 1. Trying to please everyone. The first habit that leads to people disrespecting you is the urge to please everyone. Wanting people to always be happy with you and speak well of you is natural. Human nature craves acceptance and love. But pursuing this desire in the wrong way can put you in a position of disrespect because the hidden consequences of the people-pleasing habit are real. Living to please others may seem to bring peace and harmony on the surface, but deep down it destroys your values, boundaries, and identity. A person who always says yes eventually loses credibility. People know that whatever they say, you will agree. Whatever they want, you will comply. This turns you not into a respected person, but into a tool to be used. Think about it carefully. In a work environment, there's a colleague who always says yes to extra tasks. When others are tired, the work is given to them. They accept it because they don't dare to say no. Do you think people respect them? On the contrary, they are used even more. Why? Because everyone knows they won't refuse. Stoic philosophers explained this beautifully. Marcus Aurelius said, if you live constantly according to the opinion of others, you lose yourself. Their desires change, but your principles must remain constant. Epictetus warned, your power lies in your choice. If your choices are made to please others, you have already surrendered your power to them. In other words, Stoics say you must live according to your own principles. What others think is beyond your control, but your words, decisions, and boundaries are entirely in your hands. Why do people respect those who say no? It may seem strange at first. How can saying no earn respect? But this is one of the simplest laws of human psychology. People take those who set boundaries seriously because it signals strength and self-respect. Imagine 2 friends. One agrees to everything you say, always saying okay. The other sometimes says, no, I don't agree with this. Whose opinion do you value more? Naturally, the second one. Because you know they aren't just trying to please you, they are sincere and principled. Practical advice to break this habit. 1. Define your values. What do you truly believe in? Which principles will you never compromise on? Know them clearly. 2. Learn to say no. It may be difficult at first, but remember, every time you say no to something, you are saying yes to yourself, your time, energy, and values. 3. Aim for respect, not love. People may not always like you, but if they know you are principled, they will respect you. 4. Stop depending on others for validation. Living for others' approval enslaves you. True freedom comes from living according to your own conscience. History shows many examples of people who did not try to please everyone, but gained respect instead. For instance, Seneca, while working in the court, could have done whatever emperors asked and remained just a servant. But he always gave advice according to his principles. Sometimes people disliked him for it. Yet history remembers him as a philosopher, honored and respected. If you are constantly trying to please everyone, stop. The more yes you give, the less your value becomes. True respect comes from setting boundaries. Remember, you cannot please everyone, but you can please yourself. Live according to your principles, and you will notice a shift in how people treat you. They may not always agree with you, but they will recognize the strength behind your stance and respect you deeply. Habit 2. Failing to control your emotions. The second habit is the inability to manage your emotions. Think for a moment. How many times a day do small things irritate you? Someone's words, an event, or an unexpected situation can immediately make you angry, raise your voice, or even lose control. If this has become your daily pattern, know this. People see you not as strong, but as weak. Why does failing to control your emotions destroy respect? Our emotions reflect the strength within us. A calm and thoughtful person presents themselves as someone in control, while someone who easily gets angry, loses patience, or constantly complains appears to others as easy to manipulate. Reacting angrily to every little word or situation signals that you are being controlled. People do not see this as a sign of strength. On the contrary, they perceive such behavior as weakness. Stoic philosophy teaches us that mastering your emotions and remaining calm in every moment of life is the true mark of strength. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nothing happens to anyone that they cannot endure. Only our reaction to it matters. If you choose to react, you are free. If you do not, you remain enslaved." Everyday examples. At work, a colleague irritates you and provokes your anger. Most people immediately react, shouting, arguing, or venting. But a calm and thoughtful person stays composed, considers the situation, and responds appropriately. Result? People respect them because they are in control of themselves. On social media, a post or comment upsets you. Everyone else reacts immediately, sometimes leaving angry comments. The Stoic approach is, only my own reaction affects me. Staying calm is my power. Thus, failing to control your emotions destroys respect, while mastering them inspires admiration. If you want to earn respect, you must learn to master your temper. Remember, staying calm and thoughtful is the true sign of strength. If people see you as irritable and complaining, you appear weak. But if you remain calm, measured, and deliberate, you gain respect, and others cannot control you. Habit 3. Failing to protect your boundaries. Think for a moment. In your life, someone encroaches on your time, energy, or emotions, but you do not say stop. Or someone criticizes you unfairly, and you stay silent and withdraw. What happens in such situations? People see you as someone who does not command respect. Why is protecting boundaries important? Boundaries signal your self-worth. If you have none, others quickly notice and feel emboldened to act freely over you. People without boundaries quite literally lose respect. Examples. At work, a colleague constantly demands extra tasks from you, and you never say no. They will take your consent for granted and demand even more in the future. Among friends, people continually claim your time, but you fail to defend it. As a result, they see you as someone always at their service. Epictetus warned that if you cannot protect your values, time, and rights, others' desires will control you. A life under the control of others is a life without respect. If people see you always available, they recognize your lack of boundaries and fail to respect your personal life. But those who set boundaries, who know when to say no, earn respect and manage their time effectively. Therefore, you do not need to say yes to everything. Your time is valuable. Do not fear standing up against injustice. Do not remain silent when someone disrespects you or acts unfairly. Defend your boundaries, know your values, and be brave enough to protect them. Others' demands should never force you to compromise your principles. A person who does not protect their boundaries is controlled, manipulated, and disrespected by others. In contrast, someone who sets boundaries protects their time, energy, and rights, and as a result, others respect them. Respect is demonstrated not only through words but also through your boundaries. Protecting your boundaries gives you power, and others cannot control you. Habit 4. Living for others' approval. How many times in your life have you avoided making a decision because you feared what others might say, or paused before acting, thinking, maybe this isn't right, just to gain others' approval? If this has become a daily pattern, know that you are on the path to losing respect. Why does living for approval destroy respect? People naturally respect those who can choose their own path and remain faithful to their decisions. But someone who constantly seeks others' approval is, in fact, under others' control. Every step Every thought is shaped by someone else's opinion. As a result, people see them as dependent and unreliable rather than strong. For example, before starting a new project, you ask everyone for permission and approval. This behavior makes you appear weak because others see your need for their validation, not your strength. In social relationships, if you make every decision based on friends or family's approval, people perceive you as someone without principles. Stoic philosophy is clear on this matter. You are responsible only for what is within your control. What others think of you or whether they approve of you is beyond your control. Your goal should not be to please others. Your goal should be to remain faithful to your own values and principles. True respect does not come from others' approval. It comes from staying true to your own principles. If you make choices solely to gain approval, you will lose both your happiness and your respect. But when you act according to your own goals, people see you as more serious and strong. If you always do what others say, they will see you as worthless. But a person who freely and independently chooses their path earns respect. Even small decisions, if made for approval, silence your inner voice. You can never fully express yourself and people notice devaluing you. Therefore, 1. Know your values. What matters to you? Which principles will you never compromise? 2. Make your own decisions. You can listen to others, but the final choice should be yours. 3. Do not depend on approval. Others' consent is beyond your control, and trying to obtain it weakens you. 4. Stay true to your path. When people see this, they will respect you, because your inner strength and principles do not depend on their approval. If you live constantly seeking others' approval, your respect is in their hands. But if you live according to your principles and values, people will see you as strong and valuable. Stoic philosophy makes this clear. True power and respect are not dependent on others' validation, they reside within you. In summary, we have seen that the reasons people disrespect you are often rooted in your own habits. There are 4 main habits that lead to losing respect. 1. Trying to please everyone. Living according to others' desires makes you appear weak. 2. Failing to control your emotions. Anger, complaints, and uncontrolled reactions signal weakness. 3. Refusing to protect your boundaries. A boundaryless person loses respect and is controlled by others. 4. Living for others' approval. Seeking others' validation weakens your power and value. Each of these habits hands over your inner strength and respect to others. The good news is that they can be changed. Stoic philosophy teaches us that respect and power do not depend on what others think. They are not gifts given to you. They are earned through your principles and actions. Practical steps are simple. Define your principles, protect your boundaries, master your emotions, and live without seeking approval. As you do this, people will not only like you, they will respect you. Respect is a reflection of your inner strength, and no one can take it from you. Thank you for watching this far. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. By doing so, you strengthen yourself while benefiting others. See you in the next video.